All right. Okay, we're fixing to do a painting based on Marion Dutton's painting Silent Night. I don't know how much like hers it'll come out to be. I have a couple of extra ideas I wanted to add to it, but we'll see. We'll see as we go. So we're just putting on some liquid white here. I just stirred it up, so I slung some on the canvas here. We're going to use pretty much the same color palette that Maz used, but we're going to put a few extra things into. And I'll probably change up the tree arrangement, but we'll see. We'll see. I have a slightly different composition in mind, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm also kind of experimenting with this liquid white. It's been acting kind of weird, and I'm wondering if it's just gotten too old. I haven't been using much liquid white lately, so I think it's dried out a little bit. So I've added some linseed oil to it a couple of weeks ago. We'll see if that helps it. It's drying way too fast. I'm pretty sure that's what was the problem. We'll see. Well, I don't know if we'll see. We'll see if what I did to it will help it. That's what we'll do. My little rest thing off there. All right. Let's make this coat nice and even. It feels better than it did the last time I did it, but we'll see. We'll see how it behaves as we go. All right, we're not going to clean the brush here. We're going to start off with a little bit of titanium white. We're going to do some puddle painting over here and some cerulean blue. A little more cerulean blue. All right, now we get a little bit more white. Okay. All right, and then we're going to add some more cerulean blue to that. Darken it up. Now when Maz did this, she did it with a flat brush. And I might be making a mistake by not doing it with a flat brush, but we'll see. All right, now let's just go with, let's see. I'm going to switch brushes. No, maybe I'll just clean this brush. Let's clean this brush. I'm sort of contaminated the cerulean blue. I'm using a variety of different brands on this particular thing, and I don't know. We'll see how they mesh up before they're done. I'm going to switch now. I'm going to switch to a flat, a smaller flat. I don't think I have a bigger one. No. All right. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be dark enough. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So let's go to some Prussian blue. Now Prussian blue, this Prussian blue is going to be darker than what I have on there. So let's add a little bit more. All right. Paint's building up a little faster than what I had hoped, but that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm picking up paint, as you can see, as we go. I'm kind of taking my time with this. I'm not really too big a hurry. Not in too big a hurry. I'm not going to worry about this down here because it's going to kind of work its way out into the... I'm just taking the paint off of the brush here. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's try some of this. There's way too much liquid white on this canvas, but we're gonna keep working with it. We'll be all right. Get done with this section though. We'll wipe a little bit off of the bottom. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Okay. Let's blend this now. Now, we're going to want to, if this works out, we're going to want to really blend this a lot. So, it'll take us a while. Okay. All right. I'm going to come back to that. I still think that part needs to be a little darker. So let's get straight cerulean blue here. Add that here. Now we can. Now let's see if we can blend it the way we want it. Okay, I know it looks a little rough now, but bear with me, bear with me. So now you can use an X stroke. I'm going to use sort of a twirly stroke. But if you're more comfortable doing the X stroke, then do that. You're going to see me switch back and forth, switch hands, because I have managed to tear both of my rotator cuffs. So I get to pay the price for both of those. I'm going to stay away from these darker colors until I'm actually ready to bring them in, which will be next. But and here we go. Now that dioxazine purple is extremely powerful. So you got to really be careful with that stuff. Now I'm going to try to curve this a little bit more, a little more than it was. We'll find out here, but I think this dioxazine could actually overpower this ivory black here. It's so powerful. It's a Gamblin 1980 dioxazine purple. Is that right? I don't think that's not right, is it? No. I have some of that, but that's not what I used though. Today I used. Alright, let's see, what is this? M. Grimm & Co. Dioxazine purple. There's some potent stuff. Okay, let's clean the brush. We're going to clean all the thinner out of it. Get the paint on my hands. So we're going to get some baby wipes out here in a second. Alright, we're going to blend this a little bit more. Now we're just barely touching it. Now if you like that kind of a cloud building look, keep it, then just do that. It's your painting, do what you want to do. I'm taking quite a few liberties here already. Maz's painting. But I'm sure she'd tell me the same thing. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's put the moon up in the sky. Oh, Somehow I managed to get paint right back in that brush as fast as I cleaned it off. Now we're going to stick to this color scheme pretty much. Oh, I see I got it on my hands, and that's how I got it on the brush. All right, good enough. We'll get that off. So let's take a moment. Get out my infamous baby wipes. Now we could try to push that blue further over into that dioxazine purple, but no, I don't think we really need to do that. But I'll tell you what we are going to do. Take some paper towels, and we're going to take some of this liquid white off. I was worried about it drying, and in doing so, I made it a little too thick. And this is not going to hurt anything. It's just doing this. I was worried it was going to dry like it did last time, but it did not. So I guess my little mixture of linseed oil worked pretty well. All right, that looks good. All right, now I got to clean my hands again. As you can see. Oh my gosh. All right. Now, if you don't, there's lots of ways to do this. You can paint the whole thing blue and just put the moon up there and build out the highlight in a different way, just by using X strokes and stretching it out, or, whatever you want to do. Hers, in her painting, there's a lot of circles, and it gave me some ideas, but it wasn't exactly how I wanted to do it. So, okay, let's put this away for now. Put this liquid white away. We'll use it again before we're done, but for now, we can put it away. Let's get a fan brush. Let's use this little number. What is this number? It's probably number 6. And let's get some of this blue. Some of this blue. And I think maybe let's add a little alizarin crimson to the palette as well. I don't need a lot, but enough to. I'm just going to use this to gray some of this stuff out. All right, let's add a little bit of that to this. And then let's also add some titanium white. Let's see what we got here. Now, I'm going to stomp this brush in and get those bristles open. Not dark enough, I guess. I don't want too much of a change because this stuff's going to be way off in the background. And again, we're going back over that excess liquid white there a little bit, so. And we'll use all of that color in a minute. Mix it here on the brush. Now we're picking up some of that purple going in here as we go, so that's okay. That's okay. Tell you what, let's add a little bit of white to that. Now, let's take that same color. Let's darken it some. And put another, well, I'll tell you what, before we do that, let's just this little round brush here. And create a little bit of a background fog kind of thing. Okay. So we're picking up paint, so we're gonna kind of keep adding paint as well. We're just adding another row of trees in here is what we're doing, in case you're wondering where we're going with this. Maybe even a third row of trees. May or may not use this fog. May just paint over it. We'll find out here in a second. We'll decide in a second. Okay, that looks pretty good. I need some more paint though. Can't paint without paint. Now, we're going to start adding the snow. We sort of indicated with our trees a little hillside kind of a thing right here. So we'll deal with that slope first. But I'm going to switch to a 1-inch brush. This one. We're going to pick up some Prussian blue. And kind of now when you bring your hills down, when you bring your slopes down, make sure that you always end with a horizontal stroke. If you don't, if you kind of curve it down, it's going to look kind of weird. All right, let's go back to the cerulean blue. And let's not forget Maz's path here. She gave It's sort of a path that kind of came in and curved around. And kind of, I don't think it went exactly like that, but it went kind of like that. There we go. All right, I want to blend that some. We'll do a little bit more. I'm letting the rest of this set up just a little bit. I got a little bit more I want to do up there, but not a lot. But some. I'll smooth this some. There's a couple of things up here that are kind of bugging me a little bit as I'm looking at it. So I don't like this little cloud swirl right here. So I'm going to just put the brush halfway between these two lines and just kind of okay. I like that better. All right. All right. Let's do a few things with the trees. So I said we'd be getting the liquid white back out. So here we are about to do it. Picking up a fan brush. I gotta use one of these little shorties. Again, I'm gonna open these bristles up and then kind of just touching. And if it doesn't stick for whatever reason, like maybe your paint's too thick or whatever, don't press harder because that's not going to fix it. Just add a little bit of linseed oil to it and then go with it. It's not all that important that these highlights stay right where you had their trees. Now we're just going to add a few little bushy bush things. Like I can just pick this up this way. So don't think that Maz did this way, because she didn't. We've kind of veered off the path now, so if you want to paint it just like her, then you need to switch over to her video. And I recommend it. She's awesome. She's freaking really awesome. Okay, I want to do that, but I want to do it with something different. So I have to sit for a second. Put the moon in here. You don't want it to make that little dimple. So wipe your finger back off and do it again. Alright, that'll work. That'll do. Alright, let's start adding some regular trees. Let's see. So I'm using a glass palette, so let's clean that off real quick. Do that with a baby wipe. Just to clean up a little palette maintenance here, management. As you can see, it's pretty easy to do that with glass. Okay. I'll do it. Okay, let's start adding some bigger trees. Painting the snow this way is not so hard. I mean, right now we have more shadows than we have. This blue, more shadows than other things, but it's okay. The human eye will see it a little bit differently. All right, so let's mix up a good tree color. Let's take some black. There's some of that. So I don't need to put. Okay, I don't need to put any more on the palette. So let's just mix what we got and then see what we need. Ivory black, alizarin crimson. I don't think I want the purple in here, so we're going to pick up some Prussian blue. That should give us a nice dark color to work with for trees. All right, let's mix it up. I could mix it on the brush, but since I'm going to make several trees, I want the color to be pretty much consistent. I don't guess it'll be completely consistent, but close enough. All right. Collect the paint off my knife and wipe the knife clean. So let's get started. know what? Let's change that a little bit. So let's make it a little bit taller. And let's, instead of the branches going down, let's have the branches going up like that. It's a little different than most of Bob Ross's trees, but it's okay. All right, that was pretty good. Let's do another one. I want a little air on that tree, so it's not going to be quite as dark as far as see-through. I mean, we can put some more to do with it on in a minute, but and let's put the other one over here closer to the moon. Let's make it almost to the moon tall. Tell you what, let me pull this brush. I'm trying to pull it thin. So let me show you this in a second. So we're pulling the edge as thin as I can pull it to try to, when I cut my edge down the page, that it's pretty thin. Okay. You want that center to be nice and dark, so when you start putting your highlights on, but at the same time, you want the edges to be uneven. So you got places for your birds to live up in there. I'll go down a little bit farther than that other tree. All right, now let me just kind of darken out some of this in the middle. A little bit more like that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, let's clean the brush. Yeah, we got a lot of paint on here. We got a lot of paint, and so the paint's going to get a little harder to stick this time. But we're going to start off just with titanium white. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do the reverse shadow first. So we're going to take some cerulean blue. That's what we started off with. So let's take that. Let's take some titanium white and make some of that, and a little bit more. All right, and then let's take some liquid white. And then maybe some more cerulean blue. And then we'll gray it just a little bit. And in some places you want to go past halfway. You know, you don't have to, but it's a good idea. Tell you what though, well, that might work okay. Okay, so now the reverse highlight on these trees will be on the opposite side. And we're just barely tapping this. But see, don't go straight down the middle, because if you do, it's gonna look kind of wonky. So don't do that. let's clean the brush again because we're going to move up to a lighter color. I'm going to go straight with the white this time. And then I think we're going to let this sit. We'll start working on another painting, and we'll kind of come back when this is dry and put some additional things into the picture. It's coming along pretty good though. I'm kind of liking it. All right, here we go. And don't get too carried away with your highlight. Get too carried away, it's going to look kind of gaudy. So don't get too carried away. And I'm just going to wipe. You'll see here I picked up color. I picked up color on the first side, and I picked up less color on the other side, but I did pick some up, as you can see there. So let me kind of add that. I think it'll be okay. If not, I'll clean the brush off and start over. All right. Okay, let's clean this brush. We're going to put some other little things in here. Now, before we start putting bushes and things like that, we want to add some of this moon shadow to it. So we're going to kind of pull some of this, a little bit of this color out this way. We can actually pick some of that color up over here, not have to take away from the tree. So we got to get up there by the tree. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to clean this brush. And we're going to kind of blend that just a touch. Just a touch. We might start adding a little bit of snow too. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to add some snow before we additional snow before we leave. Let's just kind of. There we go. This side looks fine. I don't think I'm going to mess with it. All right. All right. Let's add a little bit of snow to this now. Titanium white. And we may have to add a drop of linseed oil or two to this, but it's filtering down that blue just a little bit, not too much. Plus these little texture pieces that come up sometimes when you paint like this may give it a little extra oomph. All right. All right. Let's push up some final little tree things. I can push them up with this brush, but I'll tell you, let's just push them up with this brush. All right, that'll be good. And then I think I'm going to add a post. Well, before we do that, let's do. I don't think I had a sign. All right, so once this dries, I may change my mind as far as to what I want to do. But I want to add a little bit more touching on the clouds, a little more highlight stuff on the clouds, like. Okay, I said I was going to wait till it dried, but here I go. Making this cloud a little more irregular, just by kind of tapping it in. All right, that's fine. Okay, so we come back. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to let this dry, and then we're going to put some ornaments on this tree. We might put some ornaments on those trees. I don't know. We'll put a little bit of highlight on this stuff right here. And, I don't know. We might put a couple twinkly stars in the sky. We'll see. But anyway, for now, we're going to leave it go. Thanks for watching, guys. A nod again, once again, to my favorite instructor, Marion Dutton. I've been with her ever since I started painting. She's been fabulous. You guys should check out her channel, seriously, and check out her online school. It's fantastic. Anyway, and I'll see you guys on the next video.